Hi, I'm Stewie.
And I'm Christian.
And we're Learnsy. And we've created this learning platform called Learnsy to help you and your child on your learning journey. We're trying to take everything that we do in the classroom as classroom primary school teachers and impart that knowledge to you so you can help your child develop their reading in your home environment.
Today we're going to be talking about 5 different books that you can have at home in your home library to help create that rich literacy environment at home, and also the variety will help in different ways in developing your child's reading skills and understanding of the world. So the first one that we're going to be talking about today is nursery rhymes. There's lots of different nursery rhymes and they're very dependent on different types of cultures that you might come from. They all tell stories in some sort of way, but the importance of nursery rhymes are also within the rhythm of the nursery rhyme itself. It's a song, it's a story. The rhythm of the language itself is something that children latch on to and they'll hum to themselves, and it's something that can be quite soothing. Everybody knows about being sung a lullaby maybe by a parent or a grandparent. You know, song and rhythm and music can be very soothing, but it's also very able to get deep into our memories, and it's something that our minds can latch onto, and it helps us remember language. But also, talking about rhythm, it also comes to rhyme. And word families. Word families are, for example, with words like pet, and they also rhyme with bet. And there's loads of different words that obviously have the same ending, and that is what helps rhyme work within sentences. So it doesn't matter if they have a similar start or a similar ending. That is the word play with rhyme, is that children learn to hear the same sounds, and that also helps them later on when they're learning to write and read, because they can actually hear the sounds better, and then when they're writing they can also write those down. So it's all interlaced and connected, and that's why nursery rhymes are a really important part of early literacy.
For the second set of stories that we're looking at today are fairy tales. Now, you can imagine how much we all love fairy tales when we're growing up, but there is a really important message inside of the fairy tales that we are reading, or we read when we were younger, when we were children, and that we read to our children, or that you at home read to your children. The first thing is morals. The children through these fairy tales are learning all about morals and what that means. It helps them also connect to their real life, so real life and through imagination. The third thing as well, that they can actually start to connect to problems and feelings that they might be feeling in themselves. So reading fairy tales is so beneficial, because in the stories, fairy tales are a lot about morals and real life, and how we work through real life and how we work through problems in real life. So hearing those stories for young children can start to connect to maybe problems that they are also having in real life. Really powerful tool to be able to use when helping your child work through problems that they might be encountering at home or in the school playground.
The number 3 today is looking at picture books. Picture books are well known for most of us, and especially when it's connected to children's literature. So when children are younger, they can tell stories through books that have pictures that also tell the story of the words as it goes. It helps them out with the storytelling itself. There's hundreds of great picture books, and it is actually a really big industry now, and there's so many great artists creating beautiful picture books that tell amazing tales covering various morals, like what Stu was talking about. Stories are there to tell stories and cover problems in different ways. But the thing is, reading to a child exposes them to a lot of different vocabulary that they might not hear in the standard everyday running of life. You've got to think how many different events really happen in life that they can pick up a lot of different contextual words and meanings. So stories are a really rich, valuable way of helping them, exposing them to words, contexts, understandings that they may never come across, but they can still take the meaning of the story itself and be able to relate to it in their own life. Because our lives are in fact our own stories. So when we listen to other stories, whether they're real or not, there's always a way of being able to relate to them and take some benefit from those. Also, there was a study that's shown when children are read to from 18 months up to 2 years, that 6-month period that they were read to, it actually helps children after that 6 months period actually be able to use those words more often than with children who were never exposed to those words. So often there's this idea or misunderstanding that children don't pick up so much, but then on the other side, you say the children are sponges, but it is actually true that children pick up so much. Even when they're pre-speaking even, they are still listening. I've had children in my class who were really quiet and never said a lot, but they are always listening. So if you're providing their mind with opportunities to listen to different stories, they're going to be picking up on those words, those vocabularies, and eventually they'll be able to use those in their own life.
The next book that we're thinking about are wordless books, and this actually comes back to one of the reading strategies that we talked about, and that's the picture walk. And through wordless books, it really helps the child connect the pictures and the words together. That pictures have meaning and they connect to the words which also have meaning. So it's an opportunity for rich, literacy-rich conversations. It creates their own story and the ability for them to be able to talk in their own words about what the story is about from looking at the picture. So wordless books are a great way to help connect with you and your child on their reading journey and experience.
Number 5 today is non-fiction books, which you might also know as fact books. They're really popular at school, and I know a lot of children love diving into those. Stereotypically, it's a bit more of a boys thing, but it's definitely not just a boys thing. But the thing is, non-fiction books, they help us build a picture and an understanding of the world that we actually live in, and often we can't experience those things. So fact books are another really beautiful way to expose children to what is going on in the world, what sort of things we have on this planet and beyond. And I mean, I know from my class I have many children who love looking at space books and dinosaur books, and that was definitely something that I connected with when I was younger. So it really is something that can really grab their curiosity, and it also helps them engage with wanting to learn what the words are saying. If they really like the pictures, they'll maybe ask you to read for them, but this drives their interest in wanting to read. So having these types of books around, books that you can select with them and hear, well, what do you really like? What would you like to learn about? You don't need to buy the books even, you can just go to the library. But having them at home will provide them as an opportunity to just be able to browse through them when the interest arises. And that's the beauty about having a little home library, is it's not, it's not this situation where you're like, oh, they want to read, let's go to the library to pick up some books. It's like it's already there. The opportunity is just sort of ripe for the picking for your child. So that is why we'd want to encourage you guys to think about having a variety of different books at home, because at different times of the day, different times of the week, your child will be interested in looking at different things, just like you're interested in doing different things at different times as well. So thanks for watching our video. We're really grateful that you've spent time to look at all this information that we're collating for you. We really hope that it's going to help you on your learning journey as a parent and also your child's learning journey. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them below. Please, if you could just hit that subscribe button and the like, it's really going to help spread our content far and wide, so it's going to help more parents with their learning journey and in turn their children. So thank you very much, and we'll see you later.
Bye-bye.